Good.
Jonathan Ross, I'm a security out of St. Louis, and I was told that you wanted to learn a little bit more about ScanSafe service. One of the things about ScanSafe is it is a hosted web security, which is pretty unique. What the deployment looks like and how it differs from more of an on-site type of deployment. So I have 3 sites today, and I hope you can see the whiteboard behind me. If you maximize your video, you can read this pretty well. So you have your corporate site, remote site, and a second remote site. I'm not sure what web security looks like today, but in most cases, putting web security remote sites. Options for that for an on-premise solution, one, including web security appliances at each site. What's there is that you have costs at your corporate site that you incur at each remote site as well. Licensing comes with that, and you have distributed costs. Is to run on-site appliance at each remote site, which a lot of customers actually do, and just use VPN technology. So, doing from the ASA back over to the corporate site to a home-based web security appliance. That also increases the licensing cost here, bandwidth back to the internet. Then the cloud. So there's an increased cost here with your internet bandwidth. So, since everything is coming through the corporate site, going through to the internet, you have to increase the bandwidth in order to accommodate that. First, technology built into your ASAs, and I know you have an G2 at that third site, smaller site. You can connector into the ASA, G2 as well as the corporate site here, and you can make this on security appliance as well. When you use a connector, you can very similar just with the corporate site, and then the bandwidth for utilizing your on that bandwidth for each site. So it sends all the requests to the ScanSafe cloud. Unified policy as well. So I can go into that dashboard to kind of show what that looks like and how you policies from a global perspective while having kind of a distributed redirection. So show you that now. ScanSafe.com is available from any internet connection. So even if you're at home, you can manage this without VPN or any special connectivity requirements for that. Oops. One of the popular places to go here is the dashboard. So this is statistics. So we only have a couple of layers here. It gives statistics for the entire environment. That includes all the remote sites that we talked about. So all the information is put together into this dashboard. So you can actually, some popular ones like Facebook usage, you can pull that up in an environment for specific applications. It's a built-in reports that you can, and it's very intuitive as far as how it's out. So bandwidth analysis, questions that are commonly asked by people in the environment, or these, and then run the built-in query. So that's a very handy component. So when you the web set up all of your categories to block. So you can build different filters for different purposes. Executives might have additional that you want to allow. So purely based on categories, you don't have to worry about security concerns, right? If there's spyware or malware that's coming down the pipe, that's a completely separate aspect. It's going to block malware whether you block the category or not. So this is based on usage capabilities. Two is if you have remote users on out at Starbucks, you still want to provide security for them, web security. So there is a component into the AnyConnect client. So this is just a little screenshot of what that looks like. So if you run AnyConnect today for remote access, we have an additional module called web security. So you can, your cloud web security keys attached to your organization, and then you can get this web security component enabled. So that's on and off network. Ability exactly where traffic goes and put exceptions in and things like that. Customers want to add in a filter to allow hours. So if they use home with their laptop and they want to start shopping, but you typically block that category, you might want to all these up or block a handful of categories that you really don't want them to go to. There's AnyConnect users right now. And save this. I go over to my web filtering policy. I'll just AnyConnect after. So then group. So I actually created a group from the directory. So there's Active Directory connector that sends information to ScanSafe, ScanSafe Cloud. So test group is what I created for my group. So that group, or is in that group, is going to match this policy. It is my AnyConnect users policy that I created. I either set that as an exception to a block rule, or I include it into an allow rule. So do it both ways. And find the schedule. So when. So let's say I can create an additional for after hours, which actually is defined. I apologize there, but we can do. Let's say it's lunchtime. I mean, that's a good example as well. So lunchtime, add that in. I'll delete anytime. So it from the top, number one here, matches based on the web request. So if it's a certain category that's defined for that group, it's going to do that action, and then that's it. It doesn't move any further. So that our AnyConnect after hours is the first one hit, since it's the most convenient during the time frame up to the first policy. Matches that if it's lunchtime and you have anything in their AnyConnect group, go ahead and allow them through, since that's the first rule, and then I can apply those changes. Put this together, and what's nice is that you don't have to manage multiple appliances. The cost is a licensing; it is security as a service. And I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, John.
I'll see you later.